What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a Samsung fan, you've been waiting for this. The whispers are turning into shouts, the leaks are starting to flow, and today, a huge thank you to the ever-reliable @PhoneArt over on X for giving us our first real look at what Samsung might be cooking up with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Their latest post isn't just a simple picture, it's a full-blown deep dive that has the entire tech community buzzing. According to their analysis, which is based on what appear to be official CAD-based renders, the S26 Ultra's camera bump is undergoing a radical transformation. We're looking at a protrusion that measures a whopping 4.5 millimeter. That's nearly double the 2.4 millimeter bump on the current S25 Ultra. This isn't a minor revision. This is a complete architectural shift in Samsung's design philosophy. And it's all driven by what's inside. The leaker CID dropped this bombshell. No fancy renders, no crazy specs. Just a simple, powerful statement. Samsung wants Plus users to get the S26 Ultra. Boom. Just like that. This isn't just a leak, it's a strategy. Samsung isn't just making a new phone, they're making a statement. They want everyone on that smaller Plus model to look at the Ultra and feel that pull, that desire. And honestly, it's working on me already. And then, we got our first look. The incredible tech droider, known for his accurate and stunning concepts, gave us this masterpiece. Just look at it. Based on early leaks, this is our first glimpse into the future. The design, it's so sleek, so refined. The curves, the potential new titanium finish, it's not just a phone, it's a piece of art. This is the moment it became real for all of us. This wasn't just a tweet, it was a vision. And the evidence kept building. Phone art showed us what this beauty might look like, even with a case on. It makes you imagine holding it, doesn't it? Sliding it into your pocket. This is the part that gets me. It starts to feel real. It stops being lines of code in a leak and starts being a product we can almost touch. According to well-known Samsung leaker Phone Art, the Galaxy S26 Pro and Galaxy S26 Ultra are both adopting a bold new design, a camera island. For years, Samsung kept its cameras floating individually on the back glass. Now, that clean look is gone. The new bump fully surrounds the sensors, giving the phones a striking, muscular finish that screams next-gen premium. The Ultra, of course, stays true to its DNA. The redesign still keeps the signature periscope telephoto lens, the LED flash, and even the TOF sensor, but now all tucked neatly into this powerful new island. It feels like Samsung took the classic Ultra design and evolved it into something sharper, louder, and instantly recognizable. And then we have the Galaxy S26 Edge. This one doesn't just get a redesign, it gets a radical transformation. Phone Art's leak shows a gigantic camera island that spans across the entire top section of the back. Yes, it still only carries a dual camera setup with an LED flash, but the sheer size of the island makes a statement. It looks like Samsung designed the S26 Edge specifically to go toe-to-toe with Apple's iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. Bold, aggressive, and unmistakably different. These details aren't just guesswork. They come from leaked third-party camera films that align perfectly with previous CAD-based renders. While legendary leaker Steve Hemmerstoffer, better known as OnLeaks, hasn't yet revealed his official Galaxy S26 Ultra CADs, the renders shared through SmartPrix already give us a clear idea of Samsung's daring new direction. But design isn't the only upgrade. Under the hood, the S26 Pro and Edge are expected to get a 300 mAh battery boost. That might sound small, but in real-world use, paired with Samsung's latest efficiency optimizations, it could mean longer screen-on time and more reliable performance. The Ultra, however, seems to be skipping any major battery or charging upgrades this time around. Though with this bold new look, Samsung clearly wants the Ultra to focus on design dominance and camera supremacy. Renowned Samsung tipster Ice Universe is back with fresh details on the upcoming Galaxy S26 Ultra. And this one might look like a small change on paper, but in reality, it could transform how the phone feels in your hand. According to Ice Universe, Samsung's next Ultra flagship will feature a more rounded front-middle frame compared to the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Instead of the sharper, boxy edges we've been used to, the S26 Ultra will have a smoother, more refined curve that blends seamlessly with the display. This isn't just cosmetic, it could make the device far more comfortable during long hours of use, while also giving it a cleaner, modern aesthetic. But that's not all. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is also rumored to be slimmer than its predecessor, coming in at just 7.9 millimeters thick, compared to the S25 Ultra's 8.2 millimeters. What makes this even more impressive is that Samsung might be pulling this off without shrinking the battery size, though we could see tweaks to charging speed or efficiency. These are subtle changes, but they highlight how Samsung is paying close attention to the small design details that make a big difference in daily use. And with leaks starting to ramp up, the Galaxy S26 series, which will reportedly include the S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra, is shaping up to be one of the most refined lineups yet. Leaker Sonny Dixon just gave us our very first look at the Galaxy S26 series. And trust me, this one's interesting. You're looking at dummy leaks that hint Samsung might be chasing Apple's design language for its 2026 flagship lineup. Instead of the usual S26 and S26 Plus, Samsung is rumored to launch three models: the Galaxy S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and the S26 Ultra, all expected to arrive in February 2026. Now here's the twist. The alleged Galaxy S26 Edge dummy looks heavily inspired by the iPhone 17 Pro. It's rocking a huge camera island across the top, stretching nearly 30% of the back panel, very similar to Apple's design. Meanwhile, the Galaxy S26 Pro and S26 Ultra seem to retain that classic Samsung vibe, but with changes. The Pro might get a rear camera island, much like what we've seen on recent Galaxy A series phones. And the Ultra? It's dropping the sharp, boxy look. Instead, the corners are now noticeably more rounded compared to the S25 Ultra. Camera-wise, don't expect a total redesign. The sensor arrangement stays the same as the S25 series, but Samsung may add a raised bump for the main three lenses, while the flash and smaller rings stay separate. Another big upgrade? The dummies hint at full Qi 2 wireless charging support. That means magnets built right inside the phone pop, so no need for extra accessories to get that magnetic wireless charging experience. Of course, these are just early dummy leaks. They may or may not be the final design, and we'll get more solid confirmation once CAD renders start surfacing. But if this holds true, Samsung's S26 lineup could be one of the most Apple-inspired Galaxy generations we've seen yet. So Samsung fans, we need to talk about something important. If you were hoping that the Galaxy S26 Ultra would finally bring us a brand new main camera sensor, I've got some news for you, and it might not be exactly what you were expecting. According to Ice Universe, the S26 Ultra is not getting a fresh 200 megapixel sensor. Yeah, I know. That sounds like a bit of a letdown at first. Instead, Samsung is sticking with the exact same ISOCELL HP2 sensor that we've seen since the Galaxy S23 Ultra. It's a 1.3-inch sensor, and while it has served us well for years, people were expecting Samsung to jump to something even bigger this time,